What is going on, dudes? Alright, by now, I'm sure you know that I am in the content creator program with Kabam, and the only reason why I have Mole Man is because they sent him to me so I can test him out, make some videos for you, so you can decide if you want to grind for him in Arena or open some Cavalier Crystals for him. Alright, so you've probably seen a bit about Mole Man at this point, and you've probably also had some trouble finding some good places where you really want to use him. But there is one fight in MCSC currently that's giving people a lot of trouble that I feel like Mole Man could potentially be very good for. And that's going to be Void on Long Distance Relationship. Alright, now this is a node that we often find on Path 8 in Alliance War. Now Void is really good here because, you know, every 3 seconds when you're near Void, he's going to place a weakness debuff on you. And because of Void's abilities, you're going to start degenning like crazy when you have that on you. So what makes Mole Man so good for this is because he has a 100% chance to shrug off all debuffs against Void. So as you'll see, we go into this fight with Suicide Masteries active, okay? Now we shrug off those suicides and we have 2 Monster Mass, okay? There's that weakness debuff, and as you can see, we just purified it. Now here I did a heavy attack just so I can get up to 5 Monster Mass, just so I could shrug off those debuffs a little bit quicker. Now, I'm still going to fight this Void like normal. I want to keep my combos and multiples of 10 every time he's about to place one of his debuffs on me. But as you'll see, every time I get one of those weakness debuffs on me, well, it just kind of shrugs right off there, okay? Now, even right there, you saw that I had the Petrify up, but that shrugged off as well. So if you mess up in this fight, he'll just shrug off any debuff he puts on you. Now, one thing to note, very important, is that this is in Variant 3, okay? So Mole Man is not a tech champion, so his attack is going to be cut in half in this content. And also keep in mind, this is just a rank 3 Mole Man, okay? So really, this rank 3 Mole Man would have this Void down to about 50% if he was a tech champion or if it was in any other content, okay? So here, we're approaching 15 Monster Mass, and what happens when we reach 15 Monster Mass is that this utility to shrug off the weakness debuff, well, that's gonna go away, okay? So that's the biggest drawback to using Mole Man for this fight. But if you can play pretty well and you can just be consistent with your parries against Void here, well, you know what? Mole Man could potentially be a decent option for this Void on Path 8. So as you can see here, we got this Void down to about 70%.
Alright, so I just want to do a little bit of math here, okay? So, did 75,000 damage in this matchup, alright? But like I said, this is Variant 3, so all of our attack is divided by 2. So we're just going to multiply this by 2. And that's how much damage the rank 3 Mole Man would have done on a regular long distance relationship Void fight, okay? Now keep in mind, that was rank 3. So we're going to go over to Aunt May here. We're going to see that the attack of a rank 3, Sig 200, is about 1300, okay? Now if we go up to rank 5 here, it jumps up to about 2300, okay? Give or take. So that goes up by a little over 1,000. So let's just call that 70%, just to make it easy, okay? So we're going to multiply this by 0.7 here, additional 105, add back that 150,000. So a rank 5, Sig 200 Mole Man on Long Distance Relationship Void on Path 8 in Alliance War would have gotten through 255,000 health points. And I didn't even play that fight too perfectly, you know? Now, if you're a really skilled Mole Man player, if you dedicate your life to Mole Man, well then you're probably going to do that fight with no problem. Now keep in mind, I got to enter this fight with suicides on, okay? And he shrugged them right off. And I just pretty much played Void like normal and didn't even think about the long distance relationship. So, you know, if you're looking for a silver lining to Mole Man here, you know, this could this could be your silver lining, man. I mean, it's hard for me to recommend you rank 5 and bring him to Sig 200 just for one fight on one path in Alliance War. But if you do happen to pull him and you happen to like him, this could be a good place for you to bring him. Or if you pull a 6-star, if you pull and dupe a 6-star, this could be a good place for you to use it. Alright guys, well, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, give it a comment. Please comment if you like Mole Man, comment if you don't like Mole Man, subscribe for more, and I'll be seeing you later.